Hello, welcome to another Friday artwork video. So let's look at some conspiracy cards from way back, and while we're looking at these I'll chat a little bit about what we've got here. So we'll start off with a Johnny Sunstriker. So yeah, I've got the original pack openings for these on the website, so I will include a link to those. We're sort of doing this a little bit back to front, in as much as they did something interesting with the set in terms of the order of the cards. So very roughly you could say the set was split into two parts. There were new cards, including the conspiracy cards, and then there were reprints. So the new cards, including the conspiracy cards, had lower numbers, and then the reprints had the higher numbers. So we're going to do the reprints first. So if you've played Magic over the years, a lot of these are recognisable to you. There's a nice foil there, so we'll go through in Wooberg order, get all the reprints out the way, and then move on to the cards that at the time were, completely new to Magic. Obviously since then some of those cards may well have been reprinted, and then also what we'll do is we'll finish off with the specific conspiracy cards as well from those. So I suppose you could say that the cards were three parts. Reprints, new regular Magic cards, and new cards that were, conspiracy specific. We'll look at those and see maybe why they were special. Of course, some of these reprints are original artwork, others actually are new artwork, and I will include, as I always do, the original links on my website to and outside the website, so you can sort of see for yourself how things are with this. Oops, these are pretty slippery. I'm trying to remember, that period in Magic where things went a bit wrong in terms of printed cards, and I just cannot remember when it was. These came out in 2014, by the way, and I don't know if I remember there being any particular problems with these, but long-term players of Magic that view the channel, long-term friends of the channel, if you want to sort of re-enlighten me as to the period in time in Magic when things went a little bit wonky in respect to the quality of the printed Magic card, you can let me know in the comments section. I mean, I know over time, there has been certain periods in Magic where, for a set, for whatever reason, things went a bit weird. I was always quite surprised how, for what was it? I'm trying to think. Is it revised, or also maybe referred to as, I think, third edition maybe? Sometimes, but revised was just so. I didn't realise till I actually saw. I think I opened one pack way back of revised, and I was quite surprised at how like washed out the cards were. It did surprise me. Another set where I've seen wildly inconsistent inconsistencies, or just strange looking cards in terms of the quality, was actually Chronicle stuff. I don't know how they print it. Wasn't there a really huge print run for that? I've seen quite high variability on that in terms of really old stuff. Of course, while I've been chatting, I haven't been keeping tabs on which ones here are rares and which ones aren't, and I'm sure maybe you've spotted already if that was the case. Just having a quick look back. Interesting. Don't see anything so far. It's funny when I go through these, I'm going through them pretty cold, so I don't always necessarily remember how I sorted these, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, this set in the binder is sorted in card number order. I just happen to have left the new cards and the conspiracy cards till the end of this video instead. So yeah, for these, I mean, it's pretty nostalgic, isn't it? Because you're going to be just seeing, it's a bit like looking actually at a core set, really. Thinking about it, I've never really thought about it that way before. It must have been a fairly, in terms of time-wise spent on the set, I imagine it was fairly cheap to design, I'm thinking, because you didn't have to actually design so many cards from scratch. I mean, obviously you had to go through and work out the best cards to pick, but there's now quite a lot of reprints. Probably wasn't dissimilar to designing a like a regular core set, I suppose, where you've got, you know, a percentage of reprints and a percentage of new cards. Oh, we have a rare. Is that our first one? I think it may be. But yeah, there's interesting cards in here. We've got Stasis Cell, Skyfall. And for this, you know, I didn't open quite as many as I might do, say, for other sets that I was still opening around the time. But we'll still get quite a nice idea, I think. Okay, we're moving on to black here. We've got another rare. It'd be interesting to see maybe where our mythics turn up. Also interesting to jump from, you know, last week where we were looking at actual, cards from a set to go into a set where there's this sort of interesting alternative format. Again, if I'm always curious if anybody watching these, my friends out there, if you have experience of this set and playing it at the time in the format that it was intended, with all the conspiracy shenanigans, then let me know what your experience was. Some nice stuff in here, like Siphon Soul, as you saw, Small Pots, return of things like Tragic Slip, and then Hello Pact. Victim Watch. Okay, we're moving into red now. Wow, amazing to think about. It's only just crossed my mind, of course, this video has been recorded in 2014, and this set was printed in, sorry, what am I saying? My time machine, sorry, I'm recording this video in 2024, I meant to say, and this set was created in 2014 or released in 2014. That's funny. Yeah, 10 years old, wow. Some heckling fiends there. The other fascinating thing when I do these sort of videos, for me, and I don't know if people feel the same way watching them, apart from the fact this is an artwork video, it does create an interesting lens on the product, in terms of, we're looking at the set through a sort of reduced card pull. And so, you know, that's giving us a certain slightly distorted view, I suppose, or certain bias to how the set might look now, you know, so many years on. The fact that there's only so many cards that I'm looking at here, and it's just really just a sample. That's a nice video, nice video. That's nice artwork. Okay, we're moving on to green. I mean, I think artwork-wise, the set looks pretty solid. It's echoing courage. And of course, the other interesting thing here when you're dealing with so many reprints, there's often, you know, quite often, certain cards historically that may really stick out more than others. I mean, obviously there's a high degree of variance in the look of the artwork because it's so many reprints, a certain amount of reprints. But beyond that, as we know from all the various sets we've looked at over time, there may well be certain cards that really stick out. And I imagine for some, you know, in addition to maybe other reasons as well, you know, like I said, there was also changes in some of the artwork on here, which is a thing they've always done over the years. So the new artwork. I'm trying to think while I'm sitting here doing this and enjoying this nostalgia, whether there's anything else I can think of from 2014. Probably not. There is a Relic Crush. Yep. Green's way of dealing with, or one green way of dealing with artifacts enchantments. That's pretty interesting actually, that one. Destroy target artifact enchantment and up to one other target artifact or enchantment. So yeah, you get to doubling up there. And of course, some things never change, or at least not for this. In terms of, you know, the sort of cards that you might see in green when you're doing reprints, and you want something there to help out with your basic land tutoring. So I think it's always nice as well. I quite like, you know, vanilla creatures in Magic. I think I've pointed out this before. It's always interesting to see, you know, like what crops up in what set and like why. There's a Terrestodon. So rare, or very rare. Yeah. In fact, in actual fact, it's one thing I've never thought to do when I've been doing set musings, any episode of set musings, I don't think, which is to actually lay out the vanilla creatures on a curve and see for a set how that looks. Okay. There was another rare there. Oh, we have our mythic. Ferrari's Wake, no less. I think I have a version of that from one of those special foil collections they did back in the day. I just don't remember what it was called. Okay, so we're moving to the end of our reprints now. And they actually did include Peace Strider. So that's Peace Strider, not the other one, which is what? Pierce Strider. So that was reprinted. Now, let's get on to the new stuff. So I think first of all, we'll actually look at the conspiracy cards. So this one, start the game with this conspiracy face up in the command zone. Your minimum deck size is reduced by 5. Then we have Hidden Agenda. So it, you know, quite clearly states what you should do with the conspiracy cards. And we have quite a nice foil here. I've got nothing to compare it against, unfortunately. Look at that. Pretty nice. Secret Summoning. And notice how it really makes the seal pop. There's like a seal watermark on all of these cards. Just leave that on camera for a little while I sort myself out here, because there's a few other things I wanted to show you. Right. So yeah, let me show you these. So, as always, you had 16th card being some sort of promotional instruction, token card, whatever you want. And I got really two types of these instruction cards in here. Now this one, so it says booster draft is only half of the fun of the conspiracy format. After you've built your deck, test your wits against the other players in free-for-all multiplayer games. So it's designed to be a free-for-all game, but then you've got these conspiracy cards mixed in to this thing. And I'll include a link to the MTG Wiki article so you can see exactly how this panned out. I'm not going to try to explain it here. But these are the instructions you got within the boosters if you open them. You are lucky enough to open these. And this other one, cards with the new conspiracy type don't count as part of your 40 card limited deck. Reveal conspiracies with hidden agenda abilities during the game to give yourself an unexpected advantage. So yeah, now finally we have also the cards that weren't conspiracy cards, but they were new to the set. So, and some of these will have had specific things on them that relate to stuff you can do here, or certain things that are relevant to a multiplayer environment. You can see we had Will of the Council there, so it's easier. Once you see this Will of the Council one, you can see how that relates to Brago's representative. So the point with these cards, I suppose, is that a lot of them, not all of them, but I suppose in the first instance they're going to be specifically crafted with the format in mind to tick some or all of the boxes. So what I'm getting at is there might be ones that have specific themes, mechanics, keywords, abilities on them that are specific to what's going on in conspiracy, in the way that the set's been designed and designed to play. So, we have things as well like Dethrone. But also, we're going to see cards in this slide which, have been specifically created with the fact that it's a multiplayer format. And maybe the way they're crafted doesn't specifically reference a mechanic or something about the set, but just purely the fact that the set is, a multiplayer. Did I say multicolour by mistake? Maybe I did. But a multiplayer environment. And also being a multiplayer environment, it was an opportunity, I think, for Wizards to create some interesting multicolour commands, which we'll see in a moment. So you can see another card there that definitely plays well to multiplayer. It's interesting, we've seen quite a few like rare cards for these particular ones, which is interesting. Another parlay card. A couple of legendary creatures. So you got Grenzo. And then another one with dethroned on it, which is Marchesa. And then a namesake card, Marchesa's Smuggler, which also has dethroned on it. You can see here as well we've got some cards with the watermark on it. And notice with these as well, this actually affects drafting. So there were cards in here which affected the drafting of cards as well. Had an impact on that. So there we have it. Hopefully you enjoyed that nostalgic look through the artwork of Original Conspiracy and my ramblings on it and other things sort of connected. Thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future video.